Right, I've just picked up this reefmat 1200. It's made by Redsea. This is a quick unboxing video of it. So in the top here we have the drive unit for the roller. And this is the power plug. This is also the water level sensor. So we'll talk more about that in a minute. So this is the main unit. So this is bigger. This is the biggest unit. I do the 1200, which is this one, and I do a 500, which is obviously smaller. This is a silicone kit for joining the flex hose to the screw-on fittings. So they thread inside the corrugated pipe. This is a leg set, so you can have the unit standing on its legs or hanging on the glass. Some have it hanging. There's just a few pipe fittings here. So again, this is more pipe fittings. This is the union fitting. So one part screws onto the corrugated pipe with a left-handed thread, and the top part can be soldered well onto existing plumbing. And obviously then you can unscrew it to do any maintenance work. With this one you did get a free pot of carbon with it, which is a nice touch. Some more plumbing fittings here. So I think this is more if you want to just completely solve and weld the pipe on, so it's not removable. But I went with the union, so at least you can replace it and do any maintenance work on the unit. So as I said, this is a silicone sealing kit, which you just squirt the silicone, it's more like a paste actually, inside the threads of the corrugated pipe. Then you can screw the fittings in and it seals it. So again, this is the main drive unit, so you can have this left-handed or right-handed. We're having this drive unit on the right-hand side, so it's closest to the electrics, so the cable doesn't have to stretch so much. And this is the power plug. I think the transformer's built into the plug, so there's no separate transformer for it. Nice long lead on it. So this is the water level sensor. There's no moving parts on this, it works by pins and conductivity. So it measures conductivity outside and inside, and obviously when water hits it, it knows water's risen and it turns the machine on. So here's a roll of the filter fleece. This is a media basket which slides in underneath, so you can fill this full of carbon or wherever you want really, but obviously it's going to be quite a high flow area. And this piece unscrews in the bottom. This is what pins the fleece down in the bottom of the unit. And then the user manual. So that's it, that's everything you get in the box. Like I say, it's quite a big unit, so you've got to find a place for this. So let's get on to installing it. Right, now becomes the fun part, to get that to fit in here. So it's quite wide. Every time the hose goes on the side of it, it comes up, so it takes up quite a bit of room as well. So my plan was to take these filter socks compartments out, but as you can see, this piece of glass here goes past the one on the end, and the one below attaches to that bit of glass. So this one here, and this one here attaches to this one as well. So if I was to take this piece out, this piece wouldn't be able to be used, and nor would the one for the last chamber. So I can't really take that one out. If I take these sections out, that's not big enough to fit it in there. So, and I can't take that last piece of glass out, let's move this, because that's a whole different chamber. As you can see, it separates the return pump chamber. So I think what I'm going to do is take this removable section out. I have to drain some water out because this water level here is higher than the skimmer side. So I'll make one big chamber, and then it should be able to sit in this compartment here on the front. Now the next challenge is going to be I've got to get the pipe from there and join them to these pipes, the one with the red valve. The overflow valve will have to stay going into this section here. So what I'm thinking is to remove all this filter section as much as I can without disrupting the structure of the tank. I'm thinking of maybe using this section as a refugium. So it'll have some water flowing in from the return, but I can open one of these valves on the end here, and that'll pump water in slowly through this whole section. And then maybe have that as a refugium. That's my thinking anyway. Maybe block the holes up on the bottom down there, so water only comes up and over through these slots. But we'll get the filter in first and then see what we've got left. Right, I'm going to start by siphoning some water out, taking that black plate out to make one chamber. We'll get all the rock out and give everything a good clean up and see what space we've got. Right, so that's the chamber now removed. So this is one big opening now. So we get it mounted in and see what space we've got. And then we've got to try and work out the plumbing. And once that's all up and running, I'll show you that, and then we'll try and work out what to do with this section here. Right, so that's where it's going to be mounted. I'm hanging it on the glass. So it's going to sit in this corner. Skim rock will move over a bit to access it a bit. Flex pipe's attached. So just got to work out now how to attach it to the pipe that's got the red valve on it. If it was a Redsea, it would have gone straight on, but the pipe work on the Waterbox is slightly bigger, so I need to try and work out what to do before I go cutting any pipe work. So I'll have a look into it and see what I come up with. Right, I can't have an idea for the plumbing. So I've measured the pipe work on the Waterbox, and I've measured the end of this connector here, and they're both pretty much the same size. So I'm going to have to sleeve them. So what I've done is I've got a bit of normal house waste pipe. You can see it's slightly flared there. So what I've done is I heated it with a blowtorch and then slid it over the end. So see, it now fits. And that's a tight fit as well, so when it's got glue in it, that'll glue on nice and tight. So what I'm going to do now is cut this pipe and then heat up this end and then push that up on the pipe to flare that out as well. And then when it's cooled down, I'll take it off, and then we'll solvent cement it on, and then leave it for a little bit before I turn the pumps back on again. I might end up shutting this valve and just let it run through the overflow for now, just so we can give it time to get all the solvent smell and everything out. So yeah, that's how it goes. Right, so that's the fitting heated up on there. So here a wiggle. You can see where the size of it's changed a little bit. But yeah, if you ever get yourself short You need a quick fix. Blowtorch and a bit of pipe that's nearest to the size, and you can stretch it over. So we get that all glued on now.
Come on over if you wanna have a good time. No more playing around, but now's the time to cross the line. Show me what's inside that soul, I'll let you feel mine. Come on, they said our mind and bodies intertwined. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so.
Right, that's it all connected up now. Couldn't really think of any easy way to run the pipe, so it just goes over to the front at the minute. I'll probably strap it down. That's all in and on. So obviously you can roll the mat manually. Or do it via the app. But obviously I'll do it automatic as well. So we'll see how long this roll lasts. I've got a spare roll just in case, but hopefully it should last about a month or so. There was actually some fittings in the pack as well to make this joint. I just didn't realise. But so yeah, you can actually use the fittings that come with it to go straight over the Waterbox pipe, and then it goes inside the other fitting. But lesson learnt, don't rush into it. But it's all done anyway, leak free. So job's a good one. Well, you can actually change how much this rolls through. So I've set this to 15 centimetres now. It was only 2.5. So I set to 15. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like my video if you like it. Drop me a comment if you got one.